All right, let's jump right into this explainer because, honestly, we are sitting right in the middle of a massive paradigm shift in e-commerce. For decades, literally anyone selling anything online has relied on the exact same mental model, the traditional marketing funnel. You know the one, right? The wide top where you just pour in awareness, and the narrow bottom where, fingers crossed, a purchase drops out. But here's the thing. That linear step-by-step tube, it is fundamentally breaking down. Today, we're going to explore a totally new agentic reality of e-commerce. We are moving entirely away from those outdated funnels and stepping into a world where artificial intelligence doesn't just recommend a product to you, it actively buys it for you.
To really wrap our heads around what's happening here, I want to start with a brilliant insight from José Ayres, a senior technical SEO specialist. He hit the nail on the head when he said, e-commerce is no longer a tube you fall down, but a multifaceted crystal of interconnected data nodes that an AI navigates instantly. This crystal analogy is a total game changer. It completely shatters our reliance on the old funnel. Instead of forcing a human user down some rigid, predetermined path of web pages, you have to imagine a three-dimensional structure. The user's search query is like a beam of light hitting this crystal, and the AI instantly refracts that light across your data, finding the absolute perfect path to a solution in milliseconds.
So, in this new model, you aren't building a flat sequence of web pages anymore. Think of the faces of the crystal as standalone blocks of content. Maybe it's a product spec, a shipping policy, or a customer review. The edges that connect them are the logical follow-up questions an AI might generate to solve whatever problem the user has. And the vertices, right where those lines meet, those are the moments of high authority where the AI finds the perfect match and actually makes a conversion. It's essentially a web of arguments, structured so perfectly that a large language model can instantly weave together a comprehensive, bulletproof answer for the buyer.
To really appreciate how revolutionary this is, we have to contrast it with how we used to do things. On one hand, we've got the obsolete linear funnel. This old model assumed the human was the active agent doing all the heavy lifting. I mean, think about it. You search, you click, you open 15 different browser tabs, read a bunch of reviews, and get completely stuck in what Google actually calls the messy middle of exploring and evaluating. And then eventually, maybe, you buy something. But now we have the new agentic commerce loop. Here, an AI agent takes that entire chaotic discovery and evaluation journey and compresses it into a single conversational moment. You simply set the parameters, like, hey, find me a red running shoe under $100 with fast shipping, and the AI handles the rest of the shebang. Traditionally, as a human user, you're pretty much on your own, right? Navigating, clicking, trying to decide, which, by the way, leads to a massive cart abandonment rate of around 70%. But in the agentic funnel, the AI agent takes your intent and processes everything for you. It discovers, compares, evaluates, verifies stock, applies those random promo codes, and chooses the absolute best result. And the user? They just act as the final approver. The fundamental shift here is wild. The goal is no longer, how do I trick a user into clicking my link? It's now, how do I get the AI to definitively choose my product?
So the absolutely crucial piece to understand here is the tech making this all possible, the Universal Commerce Protocol, or UCP. Think of UCP as this invisible infrastructure from Google that acts like a universal USB-C port for agentic commerce. Before UCP, if an AI wanted to buy something for you, it faced a massive bottleneck. It would literally need a custom one-to-one integration with every single online store in the world. UCP completely collapses that complexity. It provides a common language so AI agents, merchants, and payment providers can all talk to each other seamlessly.
Let's walk through exactly how an agent acts in milliseconds using this protocol. Step 1. You express a natural language intent. Maybe you just type into Gemini, I need a marathon shoe under $150. Step 2. The AI instantly taps into UCP-compatible stores to discover and compare structured data, checking live inventory and shipping times on the fly. Step 3, it factors in your loyalty benefits and finds coupons. And finally, Step 4, a totally seamless checkout happens via the protocol. Using your saved credentials like Google Pay, you never even have to leave the chat interface or fill out some clunky web form. And this whole process builds into an entirely new framework, the EACLL model, which completely replaces the old Kotler marketing funnel with 5 continuous layers of agent-mediated commerce. First up is eligibility. You aren't competing for visual awareness anymore. You're competing to be structurally legible to the AI. Second is agency. That's the massive compression, where AI handles the messy middle of discovery. Third is consent, closing the human trust gap, where you simply approve the AI's choice. Fourth is liquidation, or the transaction itself, where UCP executes the frictionless checkout. And fifth is loyalty, an ongoing loop where the AI actively manages your repurchases, returns, and support 24/7.
All right, so that brings us to the technical pivot, moving from HTML pages to structured data.
Here's the hard truth. AI literally couldn't care less about your beautiful banner images. Because of that, our core metrics are forced to evolve. If your strategy is still focused on making pretty HTML pages optimized for human eyeballs, you are going to become invisible. The pivot is moving strictly toward optimizing structured data for machine legibility. For visibility, we used to obsess over SEO page ranking, right? Now the metric is machine legibility, or artificial intelligence optimization. Basically, can the AI even parse your catalog? For your core KPI, we're ditching the classic click-through rate. In a world where the AI might just extract your data to form an answer without ever clicking your link, your new KPI is the AI Citation Rate. And loyalty? It's shifting from human sentiment to algorithmic policy. Can you integrate so smoothly that the AI makes you the default choice for all future repurchases? Ultimately, your overarching goal can be summed up in just one phrase: become the AI's undisputed choice. In this new landscape, you are no longer competing to persuade some tired human browsing on their phone at midnight. You are competing to be so structurally sound, so data-rich, and so incredibly transparent that when an AI evaluates hundreds of options simultaneously, it can mathematically and logically justify choosing your product over everyone else's. If your data has gaps, the AI just moves on to the next guy. So how do we actually build this crystal architecture? Well, here is the actionable roadmap for the technical SEO folks. First off, you need impeccably clean merchant center feeds. Next, deep server-side JSON LD markup that distinctly labels your products, offers, and reviews. Crucially, you've got to use explicit entity linking, using the @ID attribute so the AI knows exactly which review belongs to which specific product offer. You also have to bake your shipping and return policies right into the code. All of this provides the structured hardness the AI needs to confidently initiate a UCP transaction.
When you implement all of this correctly, you achieve something pretty remarkable. You transform your flat, isolated HTML brochure of a website into a 3D graph of conversation. Just like the interconnected nodes of a crystal, every technical specification, every price point, and every customer review logically connects to a specific user pain point. No matter what angle the user's question comes from, price, sustainability, tech specs, the AI can enter your data crystal, slide perfectly along those logical edges, and deliver a complete, unshakable answer.
Which leaves us with a final, pretty provocative thought to take away from this explainer. In the physical world, both diamonds and graphite are made of the exact same element, carbon. The only difference is the structure. Graphite has weak connections. It breaks under pressure. A diamond, though, is structurally interlocked, making it incredibly hard and brilliant. As AI agents completely take over the discovery and purchase journey, you really have to ask yourself, is your e-commerce data structured like a diamond, or is it graphite? Does your brand have the structured hardness to survive this agentic shift? Because I promise you, if you don't build the crystal, the AI simply won't see you at all.